Hi everybody, continuation from the last little video we did on polo. Boyas, Lehman, and I'm Kevin. What we've got here is your typical polo pony. You'll see and notice that there's no mane, it's been hogged, which is as a result of us not wanting to get the hair in our way or caught in the polo stick at all. So the mane gets completely hogged, and we'll show you in a couple of minutes now how you'll get one of the guys that will plait the tail and make sure that the tail is out of the way when we play polo as well, in case that gets caught in the polo stick. They're also not terribly big horses. You're looking at about 15'1", and that's the height from the ground to the wither, how we measure polo ponies. And the conformation is quite compact, backside, shoulder, and this is probably your perfect conformation for a polo pony. What we're going to do now, Boyas is going to start to put the bridle on. This is the halter we're taking off, and then we're going to just show you very quickly how the variation of a polo bridle differs from any other bridle. What the first thing you're going to find here is a breastplate. The breastplate goes around the breast of the horse and attaches to the saddle, and that prevents the saddle from going backwards, because when you're on the polo pony you're doing a lot of movement, and that saddle, if it didn't have a breastplate, would move back quite a way. What we find is, we call it ABS brakes with polo. We've got a lot of brakes. This is a gag with running reins that run through it. You've got a nose band, and you've also got something that we call a standard martingale. Again, differs to most horses that go on outrides. It's to prevent the horse's head from going up and hitting the polo player. You'll find that quite a few people that go on outrides will go with a running martingale. There's two rings that run on the side of the reins, and they will have more leverage with the head, whereas we want quite a lot of control, especially with the head going up too high. You'll also find that Boyas is going to put the running reins. These are the running reins that run through the gag, and you'll end up playing with two reins, which again is quite unique to polo. Instead of one rein, you'll be playing with two reins. It just gives you more breaks, and for the safety reason, you're going to find if one of the reins break for whatever reason, you do have another rein. Then you'll find Lehman's going to put the saddle on. We normally put a numner, which goes underneath to make it very comfortable for the horse. And a polo saddle, you're going to find there are no rolls in the front, which generally, again, on outrides, it keeps you in the saddle, or show jumping saddles, it sort of keeps you in. We need to move around a lot in the saddle and make sure that we can hit the ball. We're going to put on the boots of the horses, again, very much for the protection of the horses. And then he's going to show you, we also, as I said, plait the tail, and he's going to show you how to do that. It's to keep it nice and tidy. It's not cruel at all. As soon as the polo is finished, the tails are undone and they can use it for what it's meant to be used by, chasing flies away. But you'll see it's one long plait. Well done. So there you go, very neat tail. So it can switch from side to side, but it's clearly not going to get in the way of the polo stick. You've also got, which is quite different, is the stirrup, very much wider than a normal stirrup. And that again is for us to stand in like a platform and to be able to be very secure when we're trying to hit the ball. Hopefully that was informative and gave you some sort of idea the difference between a polo pony and a normal horse that's going to go out on a hack. Stay tuned for our next episode, and we'll be telling you about a lot of the misconceptions of polo and a lot to do with the rules.